It's a pretty dreadful moment when you look at your car and you see your inspection sticker is up this month and you didn't quite realize it. So we're turning to Bob from Western New York Auto Care to find out everything you need to know about New York State inspection and the things that they're going to take a look at. So to begin with, when you take your car in for the New York State inspection, what are they looking for?
You know, first of all, if you have a newer car, 2013, 2012, pretty much all we're looking for is the safety-related items, the brakes, the lights, that kind of thing. When you have an older car, 2011, a 10, or even older, if it has a computer system on the car, now it becomes the emission system, and that check engine light that comes on your dashboard is part of the inspection.
So some of them are little fixes that won't cost you so much, and some of them are the bigger items that you might have needed to plan for. So when we're talking about the bigger items on a car that inspection is looking for, what are they?
Well, some of the bigger items, like we talk about with the safety thing, you need a set of tires, maybe the brakes aren't working right, ball joints, that type of thing. Those can be expensive to repair and that kind of thing. But so can sometimes that check engine light. And sometimes with the check engine light, it can actually be something as simple as a loose gas cap. So it's important to make sure that you don't leave the car running when you're putting gas in it, that you tighten up the gas cap. You hear that click, and to make sure it tightens up really well, because that will also put the light on too. That can be a cheaper fix than some of the other things.
So when we're talking about a check engine light, it's almost guaranteed that you're not going to pass inspection as long as that check engine light is on.
If the check engine light's on, that means that there's actually an emissions problem with the vehicle, that there's something going wrong, and it's polluting too much. And that, of course, is part of the state inspection and part of the emission standards that we have here in the state. So that would absolutely need to be repaired. Anytime that light would come on, it means you're polluting too much somehow or another.
So how does a place like Western New York Auto Care go about checking all of these things?
What we would then do is we see the check engine light on. We have scanners and information systems to be able to extract the codes out of the computer to let us know what system is failing and then what direction we need to go from there to get you a repair.
Now, I can imagine for a lot of people, when that check engine light comes on, they're kind of surprised by it, and when their inspection comes up, they're not prepared for what they might need to fix. So how can people be a little preemptive and start to understand what's wrong with their car before it goes wrong?
The best thing you can do really when you get is to pick a shop. Hopefully it's one of the Western New York Auto Care shops. Go to them all the time, and they'll be able to keep up on the stuff, because most of the time it's just regular routine maintenance and things like that are just let go, and then something happens to the car, turns the check engine light on, and all of a sudden it's a big surprise and it's all this money, where if you could just kind of get ahead of that by doing the maintenance like I told you, a lot of times it makes those repairs a lot less expensive.
And then when that sticker says September of 2013, that's when it's up. How much wiggle room do you have?
You have to midnight of the last day of the last of that month.
All right, thank you, Bob, for clarifying a few of the
welcome.
questions I know people have out there.
Thank you.